Hello everyone, welcome back to the Atelier Nekazuki live stream of chaos. We don't have too long today, but part of the chaos is that it has been, the last couple of days have been nuts, so yeah, we're gonna get done what we can get done. We are going to finish up the stitch and go case because I'm like literally have this left and then we're good. And then we're going to go into the small box bag whip bin and pick out the small box bags that I'm going to work on in the next little bit. Because why not? I don't want to trust this computer. Thank you very much. It's my computer, but I don't want it. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just posting the link here. So yeah, I'll be on for like an hour. Oh, good God. I'll be on for like an hour and then kiddo pickup time. And then tomorrow we're going to shift over to the we'll shift over to that other thing, which is the cutting table, and we will cut more Cambridge as well as we'll cut Cambridge and whatever else we're going to cut. I don't know, guys. Gonna do what we gotta do. 805 subscribers. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. All right. Let's get this sewing, and then yeah, I'll lift down the small box bag whip bin, and then we will pick them up. Because that will be fun. They've been like, I put them all in there when we were tidying up, so we may as well work on them. Tomorrow, yeah, we'll cut the Cambridge and probably some Aberdeen as well, which will be the one that more takes over the space of the, that one will take over the like spot of the Dundurn, mostly because I like the look of it better when it's finished, but we will be using the Dundurn pattern for like the hacks. It'll probably end up being like this whole, it'll be a whole thing. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Because I'll have to do some of the cuts for the Dundurn panels so that the obi will fit into the, what I'm planning to do. That's something I'm going to put on the list so I don't forget, but I need to take some of my sewing templates so that we can lay them over top of the obi when we're at Toji. All right, she's cute. She's a lot of work. But it is cute. So these are all floss slots. We've got a slip pocket up here. Everything looks decently straight. I'm happy enough with that. We'll put it into production. It feels good. Hoop. Let's see if a hoop fits. This is not a Q-snap holder for sure, but it is a hoop holder. All right, let's see. What do I have for hoops? Way too big of a hoop. Shit. And I don't think, yeah, I don't have any of my other smaller hoops right now. That is, I gotta go in and mark some of my bins here. Ooh, why are you so cold? Oh, right, because you're on vent, not... Well, it's on heat as well, but it's ventilating. Like, that's some cold ass air coming out of that vent. Is it cold coming out of here too? Yes, it is. Shitty. Oh, well. Anyway, this is like way too big a hoop for this. But the idea is that you open it up and then you can tuck your hoop in here. It's supposed to be for like an 8-inch hoop, I think. Where are my smaller hoops? I think they're all upstairs. So we'll test this out later when I have a smaller hoop. But in theory, it works. Floss, slip pocket, so like you could pop your snips in here. You can put your embroidery needles in here. or you could pop your snips in here, I guess, so that they don't slip out at all, like that. I don't know. I don't do a lot of cross stitch anymore, so I'm like, what else do you hold in here? But I guess the picture has some stuff in it. But it's cute. I like it. I don't think that was too much work. It's definitely going to be on the higher end of cost, but it's okay. Need stuff all over the place. And the binding actually didn't do terrible, all things considered. Cool. I'll take it. We're good. Yeah, so that'll be something that goes into production soon. I was going to gung-ho on it for Ancient Arts at the end of November or end of January, but I don't think we're going to do that. I don't know yet. I'm moving the laptop because the whip bin is behind y'all. And I don't want to like knock the laptop over because hell if I want to replace it right now. Will that charge? Yeah, so yesterday and today were chaos because I ended up going, well, okay. I went and did Goodwill, and I also did the Goodwill bins, which it turns out is a far better price for the shirts that we're using right now, which I realized yesterday when I was doing the like tag sale. I'm like, wait, I bet you the bins are better because like the bins are $1.75 per pound or something like that, and so like in theory should be a better price. I think they're working out. Yeah, it's like, so I was paying 50% off tag sale, which awesome, still better than nothing. But from the bins, it's like $1.75 per pound. And so the bins for the number that I got yesterday ended up being $1.40 or something like that per shirt. I have to weigh the actual shirts to see, because I also got sheets and a duvet cover, which are a significant portion of that weight. So we'll figure out, hey, there's another all for up on the bin for some fucking reason. If you just joined, we're snagging the small box bags. I just finished up the Stitch and Go case. She's looking cute. Super cute. Binding actually came out decent. This will be a button on the front. I didn't have a small enough hoop to test it, but whatever. And then the interior is good enough. This will definitely improve as I improve with it. It's got a good, like, tactily, it feels really good. Definitely the vinyl provides a lot of stability to it, which is nice. I understand why she doesn't go with a thicker or like tougher, heavier stabilizer. These are all the floss pockets, and then there's two pockets actually. So there's one here and there's one here. Slip pocket up here, needle holder here, and then this is like for other little notions. I don't cross stitch a lot, so I don't know what other notions you need, but if you need them, I guess like snips and stuff like that would do really well in there, because then they're not going to slip out or anything like that. Anyway, happy enough. I just don't know when I will put it into production, but we will put it into production at some point. Tomorrow we're going to do a bunch of cutting, but right now we're going to pick out a bunch of small box bags, and we're just going to make a bunch of small box bags because I want some easy wins. Tomorrow we are going to do a bunch of cutting because I want to get the cake cozies rolling as well, and they're all, ow, they're all sitting over there waiting to get trimmed down so that we can actually do crap with them, like serging them. I guess realistically what I could do is I could just like draw the line, and then we could just serge along that line, but you know, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just going to make sure that I can actually see the chat, just in case it's not transmitting. Are we charging on here? We are not charging on there. Lovely. Okay. Goodbye. You're going back over onto the table. And then we've got enough room to do. I can like move the bin back up. Dallas and I had a meeting because, so this shouldn't be an issue when we're traveling, but in case he's not with me with the kids, we made sure that we got the, like all the permission, we're writing out permission letters so that I can just Like, yeah. In theory, it should not be an issue. However, it's like, if he doesn't end up getting into town properly, I was like, I want the permission letters so that we don't have to worry about like then we can just go and we'll meet you there sort of thing. So that's where we're at. All right, let's find out how many bags there actually is, and then we'll make a determination on how many we actually want to sew. I do see one right here right away. That's like, there's the handle for it. I know that it's like right here. So there's one. Easy, done, right? So, okay. And there's, so a lot of these, I think where they stalled out is most of the bags need top stitching. This one needs its handle turned and top stitched. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's about 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 55. But this one kind of doesn't count because it's like that close to being done. So 55 total. And we've got white thread in the machine, so then you know which one we're going to do. We're going to just go with the white ones maybe. Although there's some in here that like definitely will sell if I sew them. So let's go 1, 2, actually all 4 of those. The strawberry one we'll just throw in because it's got white thread. These puffs aren't doing very well, and since we've only got a few weeks until the show, whatever, no. This one, I think, because it's bunnies, will sell to a wholesaler, so we're going to hold off on that one because then she'll get first dibs. Oh, I know where the rest of that sage fabric is going to go. I know exactly where that's going to go right away. Dogs. That's a really fucking cute dog print. Yes. No. Since we've got red thread in right now, we'll do those anyway. Do I have any rhyme or reason to how I'm picking these right now? Not really. That's okay. That's a different print. This is a duplicate. We won't do any dupes right now. Yes. 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 Actually, that means we'll grab the sage one as well. Look at me actually probably end up with the majority of these. No, because I don't think the first one's sold yet. And then that would end up being a duplicate. Be nice if some of these were actually duplicates. I'm like, I think I need reading glasses, everyone. Okay. Polar bear camping. Because I think the other one that's in stock right now is the like aqua / light blue. Polar bear. Okay, no, we don't have either. And then the next question is do I have it on pre-order? I know I have a polar bear on pre-order. It's on aqua. Okay. Cool. So actually, yeah, let's finish that one because it's sold right away. No. No. Yes. 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 Yes, 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 Yes. That's going to make us... Oh, I wanted to... Okay, I'm going to go see if I kept that one. Yes. No, actually. Yeah. Yes. 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 Shit. No. Okay, let me go see if I kept the white sand and floral, or if I put it into the D-stash. I don't think I did. I think I kept all my floral fabrics. Because, yes, I did. Because that'll make an adorable interior for one of these new purses. Okay, so what did we end up with? 45? Probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because then it just begs the question, do you just finish all of them, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 45 out of 55. How many small box bags do I have on stock right now? Because realistically, what else am I doing in the next like 24 days? Lots of shit, but you know, at the same time, how much? Okay. Pick your own, 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 pick your own. Okay. 11, 16, 22, 33. If I did this now, this would prep me for... Okay, let's just do it. So what we do need to do, though, is I'm going to split out the dark stitch and the light stitch. We are not going to do any duplicates like the strawberries here. I think that's a fair line to draw. And we need to do... We'll do the white top stitching. Let's get at least the white top stitching done this week. Yeah. Mostly because that's what I have in my machine right now, and I don't feel like swapping the colors. 5. I think most of these are dark top stitching though, so. Okay, so this sage one is definitely going to become an interior to the, to some of these purses as well. We are definitely going to go do a fabric pick here tomorrow, especially now that we figured out that these are like this. I want it done. Yeah, just like I gotta turn that handle. Okay, the rest of those are white top stitching. They all have their handles with them because I did sort that out earlier, because I was just like, fuck this, we may as well see what we actually have essentially ready to go. This strawberries one we are going to swap out. And then the rest of those are dark stitching, and this one is essentially done. Okay, good enough. Okay, so let's start by top stitching the rest of these. And if I only work on the white top stitching, how many do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bet you there's about 20 here. That one I'll pull for now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5. Actually, almost perfectly half. Excellent. Okay, now I should have a poker tool here, and then I should have a poker stick here as well somewhere close by. I definitely saw it the other day. But part of what I want to do is I want to get this cleared up, because honestly, then I can put the, I can put a lot of stuff up here for the snaps and stuff like that. I'm really tempted to move all the snap stuff over here, because we do tend to do it over here, not on this side, or at least maybe the serger or something like that. I don't quite know yet, but like stuff in that wheelhouse. Okay, where's your poker tool? I have too skinny of one up there. Those are instructions for sewing. We don't need those here. They're not in the stationary bins. Or that one that's just chilling there. They did not end up down here. Okay. We do need to change the bobbin, or not the bobbin, the needle. There is all the twill tape that we'll be using for these guys, which is good. So I'll pop it on top of the box, because why not? That's a Kato pocket. Because, you know, I'm just finding Kato pieces everywhere, of course. So yeah, so today is this, and then tomorrow I'll be cutting. I might cut some things tonight, or some, I don't know. I don't know what we'll do tonight exactly, because I do want to come down once I have the kiddos home. They have school again tomorrow. I do need to get them into bed, because I should run tonight. I haven't run yet. I did, however, so part of what the chaos was yesterday, I ended up going and doing the Goodwill bins, which is awesome. I found some good stuff for making. Lots of shirts, which was the goal. And also a lot of, just a lot of shirts, a lot of pocket material. And that's what I was there for. So yay, that. Sorry, I'm like finding stuff that should be not where it is. So let's do a gentle continuation of the tidying, mostly because it's like, yeah. There were a couple spots that I did not even touch yet, like this corner over here. Shit ton of like race medals here. And training stuff. Maybe there's the Apple TV thing. That needs to go up top with my stuff up there, and there's the rest of the medals. So let's pop that all together like that. Hey, there's another Bic pen, one of the ones I really like for oh god, for what I want it for. So let's pop that there. That works. And all these medals fell, of course. La 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 la. Bibs, good. An I tab, which is like, you did this run in this amount of time. Yay! Jazz hands. Hey, there's the pusher tool. Okay. That was a little bit like, it should be like right here. I just saw it. Flynn is in the bucket of zippers, so we'll just casually push him around in the bucket. Oh, by the way, if you were watching the other day and you're like, you said that you snapped something, you probably, I don't know, people probably don't even remember this. Doesn't matter though. It's my stream and I'll tell you if I want to. But anyway, what ended up happening is I actually snapped my, it was my chair mat. I was chatting with Dallas today. I looked down and I'm like, oh, that's what happened. So yay that. Boo that, but yay. At least it wasn't a clip, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's dumb that it's either. There's a lot of straps. Okay, there's a bunch of zipper tape back here because I ended up messing up some of the reels before realizing I very much needed Dallas to help me. Now we know it's a two-person job. Feel like, Katie, aren't you supposed to be choosing small box bags? Well, we already chose the small box bags. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to kind of throw these on top of the reels because we can use those here soon. Okay, and then there's a crap ton of beads. There's elastic, which shouldn't even really be here, but it's like the best spot it should be. What do I need to call them? Okay, good. And there's some like receipts. That's also super handy. There's a half-finished bag. Cool. Okay. Oh, there's a snap bin that needs a snap redone. That's easy enough. And there's a snap bin to just be finished, so it can go over here. Okay. Receipts need to go upstairs because I have everything upstairs for that sort of stuff, or at least I'm gathering so I can take them. Basically my plan is to gather everything up as best I can and then go to a coffee shop and enter all the info. Okay, so there's 2 large box bags that are nearly done. I don't know anymore. And then this is something for something else. That's fine. Okay. All right. A piece for D-stash and pieces for something else. Cool. And a notepad so we can actually take notes. I like that one because it's well contained. This is elastic for the kids to make stuff with. So I can go over here with their beads. And then some government stuff for me. Excellent. Okay. So necessary? Not really. Better? Yes, actually. Okay. That is behind the pillar right now. The sun. So let's get this turned. I am actually too warm right now. Oh yeah, so the chaos of the last couple of days. So yesterday was Dallas's drop-off day, so I went and dropped him off. Did Costco. And then I did Goodwill right across from Costco. They were having a white tag sale. So I picked up a bunch of like dress shirts from that. And then I was like, yeah, do you know what? Let's go down to the bins. Went down to the bins. Was very successful there. And then I did... Oh yeah, the kids have been saying a squirrel trap. That's what they've been calling it. And so I'm encouraging this because why not? But I was like, I told Dallas the other day, I'm like, do you know how funny it would be to actually have like a squirrel show up in their squirrel trap? So I got a squirrel from Michael's that's going to go in their like made up squirrel trap. Because I was like, you know what? We're going to capitalize on this like this imagination play. And then after Michael's, I went up to Strides, which is one of the local running stores. And let me just discuss. My feet are not small. I have large feet, always have. And they're wider than most women's shoes. So for the past while, I've been wearing Brooks Ghosts. However, the last pair of Ghosts chewed up my feet so bad for the marathon training that I was just like, no, I can't do this. So I went and got glycerins. And I asked for a pair of wide, like women's wide. No, you need to go up a half size instead. That'll fit your foot. And it's like, okay, it technically does. But let me just discuss this. I tried on a woman's 10 wide yesterday because my foot shape has changed postpartum and during marathon training. And then I lost a bunch, like I've lost, what am I right now? 176. I've lost about 15 pounds since the beginning, like since August. And that again has changed my foot shape. And I tried on a woman's 10 wide yesterday. And guess what? That shoe fit better than anything I have tried on in the last 4 years. Just like, if you guys actually fucking listen to me, maybe I wouldn't have had so many goddamn blisters. Anyway, still pissed about it. The guy who was selling me shoes yesterday did listen to me, because the one that I did try on that was wider, or the women's wide, was the Brooks Glycerin, which is what I'm training in right now. I'm actually training in the men's 9.5 of it because that was the half size up from last year. But what I did tell him is it's like, I really like the glycerin, but I find that it doesn't give me enough feedback for energy. It so it's really highly padded, which feels fucking amazing on your feet and legs, but then it soaks up so much energy, and they're quite heavy because there's quite a bit of foam. So I was like, I need something like, I really like the glycerins, however, this is my issue with it. And he's like, I gotcha. And he brought out, they're called Asics, the Nova Blast, and yeah, I think we're set. Because yeah, I've nearly worn through the glycerins that I had from last race season. I thought I could limp them through Osaka, but if I continue on though, I'm just going to injure myself. So I was like, damn it, I don't want to buy shoes right now, but I guess it was kind of my trajectory anyway. But they're good. Well, okay, so they didn't have, the 9.5 that they had down there was too big. So I drove up to Canmore today because they're like, we can order them down to Marta Loop. And I'm like, honestly, if they're in Canmore, I may as well just drive out to Canmore and get them myself. So I have a 2-week trial period where, like, as long as you keep it so that they can resell them, you can return them in 2 weeks. So we're going to test them out over the next 2 weeks and make sure that we're good. I don't know. I think they'll be fine. I just, I didn't get a chance to try the 9 and the 9.5 side by side, so I was like, But I do remember it was slipping on my heel and stuff like that on the treadmill yesterday. So I think we're good. But I have done that before. I was like, I had Hoka's because I really liked Hoka previously. And, but then they changed something like insane between, I don't know, the Bondi, 6 and the Bondi 8, and it was just like, they were so bad. So we'll see if these work or not. They do feel like basically it feels like they've got a really stiff sole between the so it's got a lot of foam on the bottom, but then it's got a pretty stiff like sole between your foot and that layer, and so I think that's where a lot of that energy return is going to happen. I am going to have to put my inserts into them because they're very flat. I'm like, ooh, my arch is like just free floating in here. But they're bright. I just got them right here. They're right here. I was showing Dawson them earlier. They're bright green, like very bright, and they got sparkles in the sole, which is super cool. I don't know. Oh, that's not going to show up because it's like, oh my god, that's way too neon bright. But anyway, I think they're going to be. We'll try. But that's I'll be able to break them in on some 10K runs, and then I'll have a 32 to 38 kilometer run in them, and that'll determine if they're, well, by that point we'll know whether they're good or not, I guess. It's wild because like some shoes like do really well on the lower lengths, and then like just absolutely beat your feet to shit on the higher lengths. And that's what I was noticing with the Ghosts last year. Is they were really good through till about 21K, so a half marathon, and then after that they're like, here, we want to eat your feet for breakfast. It's like, oh, great, blisters galore. Which is wild because the first marathon that I trained for Dopey, they no issue at all. But I guess maybe as you get as it gets faster or something like that. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I don't know what happens. I'm just trying to avoid blisters and black toenails, which are ill-fitting shoes. So hopefully these shoes fit properly. The toenail thing is usually from when your shoes are too small. So. We had book club last night. The majority of us did not finish the book. We've got an author event next week, so it's like that was when the book club was supposed to be, and instead we're doing the author event because hi. But I think we needed that extra week because most of us were like just in a slump from Christmas and stuff still, or like just didn't read a lot over Christmas, or what, right? Like just shit happens. And that was the shit that happened for us. So reading did not happen. I just realized if I want to finish this coffee, I probably should do that fairly rapidly here. So I'm not up until like 2 or 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, and then tomorrow we'll go in and we'll pick fabrics for the Cambridge. And what are we going to do? Yeah, we're going to do a couple more traveler slings. I got 3 that are already cut. I think we should do another 3 probably. Another 3 travelers, and then finish up the belt bags that are in the bin. I think are in the bin that was on top of the small box bags. I'll confirm that. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm thinking 6 Cambridge, which are the smaller version, and 6 Aberdeen, which is basically the younger sister of the Dundurn. Or the older sister of the Dundurn since it came out first. Basically the Aberdeen has shorter leather handles and it looks, and also a crossbody option. So the price point will vary a little bit, but I think it is the better option. It looks nicer. It doesn't look as slouchy because the leather handles are short enough that they should stand up on their own in theory. It'll make it more of a shoulder tote than a a hip tote. And the zipper installation is, the Dundurn is like an open, wide mouth zip, which there are uses for. But considering how I'm using the pattern, I prefer the look of the Aberdeen with the obi and the wax canvas and everything like that. So that's what we'll work on getting cut tomorrow. And in theory, I do kind of want to get some cotton and waxed canvas traveler slings done as well. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. We are cutting out the spring roll pouch. We're not going to have that done before Ancient Arts. I do want to have a bunch of cake cozies done, and they're like super close to being done. The needle stashers only need snaps, so I think we should try and get those finished. And we definitely need to stock on Kato. That should actually be my focus. But you know, and we got a bunch of pick your own orders that I also need to. Right, I was like, why was I cleaning? So my printer for the last little bit, I got stuff and shammed in it earlier, like late last year, and I was like, ugh. And so it's been leaving tracks on my printing recently. And I was like, I need to clean this before I print all these orders. And it's cleaned well enough that we're going to print all the orders. Like, that's right. That's why I was doing that. Okay. No, get out of here. Also, because not all of these have not all of them have pick your own stuff, so the ones that we can ship will ship in the next couple days. Cool. And then I can also pick everything that I need to before we go to any events, so that I don't sell it out from other people, from under people. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's printing right now, so now we can just ignore it. That's something I'll bring down tomorrow. And we'll start compiling everything then. Okay, good. Ugh, that is extremely bright. I could technically close the blind, but it's nice to have a little bit of like, well, it's very nice to have the sunlight coming in. That's a bit better. Still kind of blown out, but not as bad. Okay, there we go. So basically I went through the small box bag bin, if you're just joining, and we picked out the ones that are the white thread top stitching. We'll probably, well, actually no. So we'll just do white thread this time. I was like, we should do the black thread too. But I was just mentioning that I need to do Kato. Yeah, I think we'll chill on, this will be the box bags. And it's still like 25 box bags. So that's enough. And then we'll pick out Kato tomorrow maybe. And, oh, minis. Shit. Yeah, we got a lot. We got other things to do. So we'll do these like this, and then figure out the rest. But having 25 small box bags will also help. I'm pretty sure Caroline, ow, oh, I just bumped my funny bone. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Caroline also needs a restock on small box bags. Had similar stock for a while. I think it's just time to get some new stock in for her too, because then she can at least like swap out the colors, all that jazz. So if you want small box bags, this is the stock that we're working on right now. Yeah, I'm realizing that I may or may not have an update before I go to Japan. Actually, if it is an update, we're going to be doing the D-stash fabrics. Maybe we'll do small box bag and D-stash fabric update. That would be good, because it's too cold to take photos outside right now. I'm a wimp. Actually, this week it wouldn't be too bad, but I don't have the stock ready for this week, so, you know, whatever. There's definitely some repeats in here, so like the Shiba and others, which is cool. So if you're waiting for some stuff to come back into stock, there is some things coming into stock again. Haven't been for a little bit. Yeah. Small box bags, small box bags. And if you're curious what a small box bag is good for, small box bags are usually something that I say are good for like hats, mittens, socks, baby knits. The starts of like sweaters, it's actually what I have had my sweater in for quite a while now, up until like, so it's a worsted weight, raglan, top down. I've got it 42-inch bust-ish, give or take a little bit. That's what I cast on for. That's not necessarily what it is. And it had two balls in there along with the project. And we're 7 inches on the body for this sweater right now. And it's just outgrown the small box bag. So that's like, these bags are bigger on the inside. Shocking capacity. But they're a really good shape for those. I like them for socks is my main one, or like 2 to 3 skein shawls, that sort of thing. Or if you're not a knitter or crocheter, they're really good makeup bags. They're good for the machine washable, so you can like throw them in. I do not suggest air drying or drying them. I do suggest drying them, air drying them, because it air drying means that the interfacing will lose. Basically, because it's fusible interfacing, at this point, if you were to throw it in the like hot dryer, tumble dryer, there we go, that's the word. Like, what the fuck is the word for this dryer? Tumble dryer. If you were to put it in a tumble dryer right now, it would make the glue unadhere from the interfacing, and the interfacing would no longer work. So that's why you air dry them now, for sure. I've always suggested air drying though, because it does also help it just all keep its shape a lot better, because you can take it out and you can pop the corners, and it just helps it keep its cube shape so much better. Anyway, so yeah, it's good for that sort of stuff. I know people who use them for like socks and underwear, like little packing cubes, medication, Lego bags. I do remember that actually. One mom was like, this is going to be the perfect Lego bag for my kiddo. I'm like, amazing. Love it. So, yeah. Now I will be working on these tonight, probably as well. I'm going to come back downstairs after the kiddos are home. Well, they do a little bit of their TV time, like post-school chill, hopefully. That is the goal, and if not, well, we'll do it later. After these get top stitched like this, they'll need their twill. And also, actually, the next step is to put zipper pulls on, and then to trim the boxing edges. So that's what we'll work on with these next. And then tomorrow is going to be a picking and cutting day, because that's what I feel like doing tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday? Right, and I won't be on until the afternoon because I have spin and yoga in the morning. I was going to go for a run tomorrow. I forgot about that. I guess that's a Friday thing. So tonight I need to go for a half-hour run on the treadmill, new shoes. And then Friday will be my long run. Because my long run's supposed to be today, but this week's already in the shambles. And it's only Wednesday. Oh well. Could be worse. Could be not running. Hi, cat. What's up? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't step on the actual sewing machine, please. You'll hurt us both. He's like, I demand the attentions. I don't even know where he was. He just came back downstairs. I know. Why are your ears so cold? What is going on? You can chill here as long as you chill with me. I don't care. You can't be walking on the sewing machine or the pedal. No. Instantly proceeds to walk on the sewing table. Delia is just living her most unbothered life up in the tree right now. There's a cat tree like right here. I have applied for vibrations, so that's good. I should know about that one soon. We've got Ancient Arts yarns, and then we've got Crochet Retreat the following weekend. Yeah. And the sun's going down, so lights on now. It has gotten incredibly brighter, however, since like winter solstice already, which is nuts. I'm very glad for it. So. Alright, we're nearly done all the top stitching already, which is pretty fucking cool. It's only 20 after 4, so we'll probably start. Because what do I need to do? Do I... Oh, right, we gotta do zipper pulls. And then the last couple of rounds that I've been doing is cutting the boxes at the same time. But that does require the zipper pulls to be on. Because I'm pretty... Do we... Right, we cut the boxes, and then we clip the twill, and then we sew the ends. It's like, what was the sequence on these? But that's what it was. Because then we don't have to sew quite as much. And the boxes, in theory, should match well. Always? No. Mostly? Yes. I've gotten a lot more consistent in my box bag sewing recently, so it has helped. And actually, yeah, making sure that we're down here with the zip pulls makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Sweet. We can definitely get those done today. We should be able to get all the zip pulls on in theory, hopefully. I really like these Shiba Inu with on the pink. Obviously, I have a pink color palette going on anyway, but seriously, like, they look so good on the pink. Everything just pops nicely. I do really like the gray as well because it has pink pops on it, but you know me, I got a super soft spot for this, like, dusty pink color, so. Ooh, this is old interfacing. That's how long this one's been around. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, okay, I thought it was non-fusible interfacing. Never mind. I do know this fabric's been around for a while, so that's why I was like, oh, it's totally non-fusible. No, it's fused to just lots of overhang that probably got tagged onto something else and then trimmed down or something. Who knows? Probably what's on the bottom of my iron right now. Speaking of which, I do need some iron cleaner. Actually, yeah, we need that tonight probably. Let's see. Pretty sure Maple Leaf Quilting has some in on hand. Because, yeah. Okay, last one, and I'm going to take a look at iron cleaner at Maple Leaf, and then we'll see. Maybe I just go pick it up, like head out and pick that up. We'll see if I do that, or if I go. I don't know what time they open tomorrow. I guess the other part of this is I could always pick it up, right? Because I've got spin in the morning and stuff like that. I could always pick it up in between. So you're not going to disrupt sewing time right now for it. 'Cause do I need it tonight? Not really. So am I going to iron tonight? Nothing. So I say I'm going to cut tomorrow, or pick and cut tomorrow, but honestly, I should just finish small box bags. So maybe that's what we'll do. I don't fucking know right now, guys. Let's see what we have for iron cleaner and Cochrane, though. La, 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 la. Iron cleaner. That's Calgary. They have like a stick I can rub on, which might actually work as well for the other things I have here. I don't know. Yeah, they have that, and they have the little sheets, which were so maybe we'll try the stick and see if it works for the actual iron. What time are they open? Maple Leaf Quilting Company. Actually, I could use. I didn't want to go to the website. I just wanted to see what time. Oh, their hours. Contact us. Do you have your hours on your contact us? No. Okay, if you have a retail store, Please make it easy to like find your hours of operation. Company. But I was just thinking as well, I do need some freight check too. Okay, they open at 10 tomorrow. Perfect. I will go in tomorrow between spin and coming home. Spin's at like 9:30. So, all right, let's get these trimmed apart, and then we can do zip pulls. All right, so we're trimming down. We just were able to do like all of these as chain piecing. Chain piecing is when you don't trim between each piece. They just are all in a long line. It is a quilting technique that I've been able to adapt to my bag making. Yay! And here we are. And then, yeah, so at this point, and then what I'm doing currently is I am trimming down the top stitch threads, because I do find that I used to do them at the very end because I was lazy, to be blunt, and it is actually better to do it now. Surprise. So that's part of what we're doing right now, is trimming down the top stitch threads. Yeah, and then all we need to do after this is do the zipper pulls. And I have to head out at 5 for a kiddo pickup. So, yay. All right. Sorry, I don't have many stories right now. I'm like also tired. Oh, I am re-listening to Empire of the Damned by Jay Kristoff. The trilogy is now complete, so I'm going to listen to the first one, and then I haven't read the next two, so I'm going to like eyeball read the next two, I think. But I figure re-listening to it made sense. Sometimes I pick up different stuff listening than I do versus reading. But yeah, I am working on it. I am not very far in. It's like a 28-hour audiobook. So we're just working on it. It is also on Audible, and I think if I cancel my Audible subscription at this point, I don't get access to it anymore, which sucks. So I need to divest myself of that. That one, I'm really annoyed. It's like, yeah. I'm curious if it like completely, like, do I not get access to any of my library anymore? Or like, are the titles I've bought before grandfathered in, or what? Because, yeah, shitty. Some really good audiobooks on there, like my favorite being Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. The narrator for that duology is so good. It's such a good series too, and I'm just like, yes. feels like there's going to be more. It feels like they're, at least in the hints from the end of it, that there's like more. I'm so excited. I know she's also been working, Lainey Taylor's also been working on something recently. Something big. I don't know. She keeps talking about it. So I'm hoping something's coming. I also need to reread the first 2 books in the Book of Dust series because it's been 7 years since I read the second one. And they're good. They're worth it. Book of Dust trilogy is a sequel to Philip Pullman's Golden Compass and series trilogy. And it's like, oh, it's been so good. And I'd been watching for the 3rd book, which, by the way, came out finally with no forewarning. I literally walked into a bookstore and it was sitting right there in the front. And I'm like, I gasped because I was extremely... Philip Pullman is not a young man. And I was very concerned that he perhaps had not made it through like the pandemic. No news ever came from it, but no news ever came either direction of like if he was still writing or not either. I was like, did you contract COVID? Did you get long COVID and like brain fog? Like there's a multitude of scenarios that could have led to him not finishing this book right now. All dire. But anyway, it was there. I found it in November. It had quietly been released on like October 3rd. And I'm like, I swear I checked in September and there had been no title released, no release date released, fuck all. And it just shows up. I'm like, all right. Anyway, so I snagged that one right away because yes, I need to reread the other ones, but whatever. And that will be a physical reread because now I have all 3 books. I'm just like, yes. I'm currently reading Fallen Stars by Imani Eriu, I think. Erriu. I am enjoying it when I pick it up, but I have, again, I was mentioning earlier that I've had a hard time picking up physical books to read. And you know what, honestly, it's been an issue since the kids were born, so I think it's just hand fatigue, brain fatigue too. Audiobooks have been working well or better in some ways. But every time I pick it up, it's amazing. And I also heard that apparently the narrator for this one, her male voices are terrible, apparently. So we're going to avoid the audiobook. Yeah. And then I also heard, I was like, the OG one is indie published. So make sure you get, if you're reading it, get the Random House version because the indie version and the traditionally published version are completely different stories. We were chatting about it last night, and one of the women there last night was like 40% into the indie pub because we were talking about this character, and she's like, what? They're not there? They're not there? Yeah. So, just as a heads up. Be very aware of that because we've had a couple people run into it. Anyway, originally published as a trilogy, indie published. Apparently might be becoming a 5-book series now. I had heard another trilogy, and then I heard 4 books, and now we're hearing 5 books, and it's just like, okay. I don't know what's going to go on. I'm about 50% of the way through Fallen Stars. Yeah. So far, I enjoyed Heavenly Bodies more. I will say that. But I think it's picking up right now. So I think, like, it's not terrible, but I do think I like Heavenly Bodies better. It's a little bit, I don't know. Fallen Stars feels like a completely different series right now. I'm like, okay. This doesn't feel the same at all. But, I don't know. We'll obviously I'm going to finish. I'll finish before the book event next week for sure, so. And then for February for book club, it's Brimstone. I won't be here. I've already listened to Brimstone. Holy fuck. If you haven't read it and you read Quicksilver, go read it. And then we're going to do a rivalry or an entanglement of rival wizards, I think. Romance for March. And then we're doing Shield of Sparrows and Rite of the Starling at the beginning of April. And then we're doing When the Moon Hatched for May. Just in case you want to like read any of these along with me. And then we're doing Ballad of the something, the sequel to When the Moon Hatched in June. Because we're going to do When the Moon Hatched in March, but then we're going to have like two fairly large world building books. The like Shield of Sparrows is completely different book to When the Moon Hatched. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Has been one that's been on my list for a while though, so I'm excited to read it. Okay, 4:40. So we got about 20 minutes left. 15, 20 minutes. We'll at least get the jig and stuff set up for zipper pulls. Yeah, and then I guess that's what I'm doing tonight. Is zipper pulls and zipper pulls and zipper pulls and zipper pulls. And then tomorrow, yeah, I was like, well, switch tacks. No, we're not going to. We're just going to try to finish these. We should get damn close if I get zipper pulls and twill into them. Actually, yes, it's boxing. So zipper pulls, boxing. Have I been setting aside the ones that already have? No, I have not been, but I should be. I'm like, I should be setting aside the ones that already have zipper pulls on them. Yeah, that would have been smart. Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter because realistically we're just going to dig through and we'll get the ones that need them. But I can see like 3 right now that are easy to pull. So there we go. I think the majority of these do need zipper pulls at this point. Excuse me. 4. Okay. We're trimming down, top stitching. We're almost done. We're going to set up for zipper jig and then zipper jig for zipper pulls. And I probably need to head out for my kiddos. Yeah, actually that's what we'll do. We'll set up for zipper pulls and then I'll head out for kiddos. Goal being tonight before bedtime that I get all the zipper pulls installed, and then yeah, and then tomorrow or even tonight actually, so zipper pulls and maybe boxing done. I think we can do that tonight. There's only 25. We could totally do that tonight. And then tomorrow we'll twill and sew the twill in, and then it'll just be turning and finishing. So I think over the next 2 days, we should be able to get these guys finished, which will be 25 small box bags ready for the Ancient Hearts Yarns pop-up on January 31st. And then on Friday, we can go in, and if not tomorrow, on Friday, we can go in and start our selection process for bags. I was saying earlier, it's like, we'll start choosing fabrics tomorrow. No, focus on one thing, Katie. There are more small box bags to finish. I just ended up picking out the white top stitching ones because that's the thread I have in the machine. So we're just going to ignore that for now and be like, yes, these are all the box bags we're going to do. All right. zipper jig. And then I've actually got a whole stack of zippers here from when I was doing mobile work earlier this year, or late last year, I guess. What's that one in the back? Oh, that's red. Okay, that's fine. They can stay there. Yeah, let's do 10 more minutes of work and then I'll head out. Whatever. All right, red. So this is a zipper jig. Because we're using zipper tape, what we have to do is we still have to put the zipper pull on. And basically the jig acts like a third hand and holds it in place for you while you do that, like that. Now, the other thing I can be doing when we're doing this is I will start splitting it into the piles that will you need for like beige twill. That's his black twill and beige twill. So like this will get beige twill because it's a light fabric. This will get black twill because it's a darker fabric. Light twill. Light fabric, light twill. Black and black. Done. Okay, we need another red zipper pull. Now this is technically on the number 5 zipper pull side, but it doesn't really matter because it's a smaller zipper than that, so we're good. Sweet. We have been streaming for less than an hour and a half, and we've already got small box bags like generally ready to go. And I even got a little bit more tidying up over in the corner here done. So we're taking that as a win. Obviously those strawberries are going to get light tabs on the zip ends. So the tabs go on the zip ends because then you can hold on to that when you're opening and closing the bag. For me, since like sensory wise, it's a big difference. I much prefer having something to grip instead of gripping directly onto the zipper. It's actually one of the things I did mod about the spring roll pouch this last prototyping round is I made sure that there was twill so that you can just pull the, like grip the twill to close it. Because it's fucking annoying to have to grab the bag to close a bag. IMO, in my opinion. So that's one of the things I usually do. Not all of them, obviously, like Notions pouches, not a big deal, right? You're going to grab the side of the Notions pouch anyway. But for something like this, it's like, where do you grasp? It's just like, yeah, gives you something to grab onto. This one looks like it should get the white, I think. It could go either way. It's got a fairly dark zip, so we could go with black. I think we're going to go with light twill, though, because I think it'll look better. Overall, it's a fairly pastel bag. And you feel like there's a giant hump in the bag. Yep, that's a centering line. So that I can just lay it over top of the zip and center it so that overall the bag is centered, typically. Like this. There we go. And then the center line also goes there. And then that's what lines it up with the zipper. Okay, silhouettes will get a black twill tape. Shiba also get black. Just 'cause it's a little bit darker color scheme. We're putting the zipper pulls on the bag so that they're ready to be boxed and sewn, box twill sewn, turned and finished. So over the next 2 days, that's what we're going to work on, is all of that. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get, or like, I mean tonight and tomorrow. I'm hoping tonight I'll be able to get them all boxed, like all the box edges cut, and hopefully twill tape in. That's the goal. We'll see. And then tomorrow we'll sew the edges, turn, and finish. I think we can do it. Maybe. Who knows? We'll try. That's the best I can do right now. I'll try my best. definitely a light twill. Brown, gray, gray. Now we are paying attention to directionality with these zipper pulls as well, making sure that like it's running the correct direction. Meaning that it closes the same direction that the bag closes the direction that the fabric runs. So like these guys are directionally up, and so the zipper will also close this way, not opposite that. Definitely get all these done, and then I am going to head out for the kids. That one did not go on well. Okay, dark. Looks like I have like 5 or 6 more maybe. And then we'll be good to go. Good to go, good to go, good to go. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, just about done. Red. This one, this neon floral, we're gonna mostly use up in Cambridge bags for an interior fabric. Gonna look fucking amazing. I think actually, I think that would look really good with that kind of oaky, warm brown color. Because I don't have like a pink or anything like that, but I think it would pick up the sand color in the fabric really nicely. So. All right, last zipper pull. I didn't think I was going to get these done. So, I cannot guarantee if I will be on stream or not tonight. I will try my utter best to get on, but no guarantees. Mostly because I'm like, sometimes I get KO'd by putting the kids to bed because like I'm tired. But anyway. I hope you guys all have an excellent time wherever and whenever you are. And if I don't see you tonight, I will be on tomorrow after 12 Mountain Time. because I have spin class and I need to pick up some iron cleaner in the morning. So I hope you guys all have a fantastic time, and I'll chat soon. Bye.